Andy, obviously the team's named the blow of losing James this late in the week.
Yeah, it wasn't late in the week for us. It's he had a bang during the game. We thought it was just a contusion to his calf, and we thought that was going to be fine. Sunday, Monday, he was looking out that way. But we tried to get him going. We trained Tuesday, and he didn't even get to start on Tuesday. So that was that, and the rest of the squad have trained fully. Therefore, after that, so it's disappointing for James and disappointing for us because he's been in unbelievable form in this Six Nations. So any type of team would miss a player like James Ryan. But as far as our preparation is concerned, it's not been too disruptive because everyone's trained fully all week.
In terms of this Super Saturday, I know you're just focused on the Triple Crown. Do you tap it all into what might come later in the day as part of, I don't want to say extra motivation, but as part of the overall motivation of this weekend?
What do you mean, dreaming big for something
absolutely
bigger? Well, of course, you would love to dream like that. Obviously, the rest of it's out of our hands there, but there's something that's in our hands, and we concentrate on our performance first and foremost of trying to win something that's pretty special to us. That's the Triple Crown. You know, it's over the years it's been hard to come by when you're playing for Ireland. So we're desperate to make sure that we get across that.
Just a final one for me. Your reaction to Darcy Creighton's comments this week that presumably he thinks Ireland are there for the taking.
Yeah, he's entitled to his opinion first and foremost. He's a great lad, Darcy, actually. Obviously, I got to know him in the Lions there, so it's how he feels, and obviously how the squad feels, and rightly so, in my opinion. They was outstanding last week against France, and we've been preparing for another Scottish performance like that. We know that we'll have to be at our best to beat them, as they're a side that we've always respected. Thanks.
You brought Darren Murray to Portugal initially as a training panelist, and he's ended up being in the squad for the duration of the championship.
Yes, yeah.
What, I suppose, have you seen from him over these last couple of months in particular?
He's well. First and foremost, he's a great rugby player. He's obviously very young, and he's had a very patient campaign so far. He's been an unbelievable teammate in how he's helped prepare everyone else through this Six Nations. It just shows, doesn't it, the attritional side of the game, which is the Six Nations, that anything could jump out at you, and it just shows if you prepare well and keep showing everyone that you belong at this type of level, then people will put the trust in you, and that's certainly what's happened for us with Dara this week.
And then Bundy Aki, is he bursting at the seams to get back out there?
He is. He's in great form. He's one of those players, as you all know, how he makes the dressing room feel right, and he's certainly done that over the last 2 weeks.
Luke, then hey Andy.
Yeah.
Tom O'Toole, another start, and I suppose you went from being a potential option of loose head to now 2 games starting on the bounce. How impressed have you been with how he's taken to it and sort of embraced the new challenge in the front row?
Yeah, I said it last week. I think it's an amazing story. You can never underestimate what he's done there as far as going from the other side and stepping up to the plate. And I actually think there's more in his game, and he's raring to show that. He's a fantastic rugby player around the field, and putting the two together, the set piece stuff and his normal game, and putting it on the field there on Saturday is his goal. But I also think the likes of Tom and Nick Timoney and Rob Ballacoon, and we could go through the squad of being able to put those type of lads in this type of situation. You could call it cup final week if you were. It's going to be fantastic for us going forward. So those lads experiencing this type of weekend, along with the lads who have been there and done this journey before, is going to stand to us.
Andy, how's it going?
Hi.
Tommy O'Brien's inclusion in the start lineup over Jacob Stockdale, what's behind that decision? Is that kind of more time played against England or worse courses?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, we all know what type of player Tommy is. He's a type of player that attacks the game, and that's the only way he knows. And he certainly did that against England. So he deserves his chance this weekend. But also Jacob Stockdale could be proud of what he's done over this Six Nations, as far as proving to himself and to us and to everyone else that he's back at this level. I think he's made great strides as far as international rugby getting back onto the scene, and he's very unlucky. I suppose he'd be disappointed as well not to take the field this weekend.
And Jack Holland, a similar question: is that based on his performance against Wales? Sorry.
Well, he was outstanding, I thought, and he's a big game player, Jack. So he'll add to any team.